Hello everyone. Today's story is called Going on a Plane. It's about a pair of children who travel on a plane for the very first time with their family. Let's begin. This is the Tripp family. Tim and Rosie are helping Mr. and Mrs. Tripp to pack. They are going on a plane tomorrow. Rosie Tripp, Mrs. Tripp, Mr. Tripp, Tim Tripp, and that is Lily Tripp. They set off for the airport. Grandpa Tripp takes them in his car. Lily is staying behind with Granny and Rover the dog. Mr. Tripp unloads their bags. One of them topples over. It is Rosie's. She collects her things. Sorry, says Mr. Tripp. The Tripps check in. Here are the tickets, Mrs. Tripp says to the lady at the check-in counter. Another lady weighs their luggage. The Tripps go through a metal detector. Their bags go through an X-ray machine to make sure they are not carrying anything dangerous. They board the plane. A flight attendant shows them to their seats. Mr. Tripp puts their bags into a locker above their heads. They are ready for takeoff. Fasten your seat belts, says the flight attendant. I've buckled Hippo in, says Rosie. The plane takes off. The pilot starts up the engines of the big plane. The flight attendant tells the passengers the safety rules. The pilot waits for his turn to take off. Then the plane speeds down the runway and zooms up into the air. It's time to eat. Here's your lunch, the flight attendant says to Mrs. Tripp. Tim can't wait to start eating his meal. The flight attendant speaks to the pilots. She goes into the cockpit and asks the pilots if they would like to have something to eat too. The plane will land soon. Mrs. Tripp and Rosie go to use the toilet. Back in their seats, they listen to music on earphones. Tim looks out of the window. We're coming down, he shouts. Soon the plane lands safely on the runway. The Tripps get off the plane. They walk down the stairs to the bus that will take them to the airport building. Catch my hat, cries Mrs. Tripp. They go through passport control. An officer checks their passports. Look, Rosie says to Mr. Tripp, he's putting a big stamp in yours. There. They collect their luggage. They wait at the baggage carousel until their bags arrive. Here are my things, Rosie says to the porter. The Tripps leave the airport. Mrs. Tripp gives the porter some money. Taxi, taxi, shouts Mr. Tripp, and off the Tripps go to their hotel to start their holiday. Did you notice that on each page in this book there was a little yellow duck hiding? Let's look at the pages again and see if you can find it. Oh. On this page, it's down there. Can you see it there? Or on this page? There it is behind the suitcase. And on this page, it's still behind the suitcase. How about in this picture? Or in this one? Here, it's behind Rosie's foot. And over on this page, it's behind the computer screen. Now this is the trickiest page of all. I'll give you a minute to look. And then inside the plane. So inside the plane, the duck's up the top there. And on this tricky page, it's actually a black and white duck on the computer screen. How about in this picture? Or in these pictures? In this picture, the duck is there behind Rosie's seat. And on this side, it's in the cockpit with the pilot. Can you see the duck there? How about here in the cockpit again? In this picture, the duck is down the bottom. And on this side, the duck is here on the ground. The flight is nearly over. Can you see where the duck is now? Or how about in this picture? Here, the duck is behind Rosie's seat again. And in this picture, it's up in the window of the plane. Where's the duck here? And how about on the baggage carousel? Can you see the duck in that picture? It's a very busy picture. Here, the duck is down on the ground. But on this side, the duck is sitting up on that bag. And here is the final picture. In this picture, the duck is already in the back of the taxi. I hope you enjoyed that. See you again soon. Bye-bye.